Guys, roadblocks aren't the fucking end. In life, you're gonna have hiccups. In life, you're gonna have roadblocks and blockages, and you're gonna have these things around you, and sometimes they may seem impossible to break, but you have to become that unbreakable individual. You can't break me. You can give me everything and more, and I will carry my load, and I will continue to prevail on a infinite fucking cycle until I attain my goal. So this is who the fuck I am. And until you can reinforce that fact every fucking day, until you can truly look in the mirror and be proud of who you are for choosing to overcome the things that sought to destroy you in the darkest moments of your life, in the dark where there is no light, you have to understand that that individual who had hope, who still saw the light when there were none, to know that he will succeed beyond this obstacle, to know that the hope is still there. It's infinite, and self-love is the guarantee to overcoming anything. When you truly go through something in life, self-love is the only key to opening the door which you seek to unlock. But self-love begins with self-talk. And if you don't have that self-talk, you're not going to perceive that self-love in yourself. You're not going to have the ability to resonate with that self-love yourself. And so it's really to resonate. When you resonate with self-love, this is where the power begins to unfold, because nothing is more powerful than the love you can have for yourself. When you love yourself, you love your life. When you love your life, everything in your life begins to proliferate into a higher state of experience, because you are feeding life with love. You are nurturing life like a baby. And so most of you guys, you care too much about the things which hold you down, and you feed these things simultaneously because you're not giving yourself any space to alleviate the pain and frustration that you feel. And so pain is a natural part of life. And I truly believe that everything is divine. And I truly believe that God has its way of working his mysteries and miracles to give you a blessing wrapped in a curse, to give you something to overcome, which would have totally not made any sense, to test your character, to test who you are when you take everything away. When you go through something that is so fucking deep, when you can't recognize yourself and you are truly in the pit of the most nastiest of frequencies, when you are in that pit of hating yourself, when you are in that pit of self-sabotage, but on a fucking infinite cycle, proliferating to infinity, maximized in fucking expression, well, we have to understand that that right there is when you demonstrate who the fuck you are. That right there is when you truly find out who the fuck you are. Every single fucking day, you have to prove to yourself who the fuck you are. Even when you don't feel like it, that is when you do it. When you don't feel like it, this is where you get to love the work. This is where you fall in love with the work. This is where you can become the infallible individual to get the shit done. You don't understand that it's the things that break you that make you. And until you can truly comprehend that and thoroughly get that sentence into your fucking brain, you have to comprehend what I say. It's hard to comprehend me talking about the deepest of depths if you haven't fucking even entered the water. Most of you guys are dipping your toe into the fucking water, and then you see someone drowning and you're like, fuck, there you go, boasting like a fool, because you don't truly understand what it is and what it takes and how it feels to be drowning. But the moment you see this individual beginning to start swimming, well, then the attitude switches real quick. So what happened to the boasting and the egoic falsehood of a gimmick for you to have to express when you saw this individual drowning? And it's so these are not only just tests of character for the individual who was drowning, but it's test of character for the people who saw the individual drown. And so the more in a drought you are, the harder it is to see beyond your own personal ego. But when you truly can see beyond your own personal ego, and you can exist in a state of tranquility and gratitude, and you're truly just grateful for life, and you're grateful for the fact that you have overcame such a thing that was so nasty, that was meant to destroy you, meant to haunt you for life, and you overcame this by being resilient. You loved yourself so much, you said, I'm not going to give up. I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to give a fuck. Matter of fact, I'm going to continue doing what I need to do, how I need to do it, and this is not going to stop me. I'm unbreakable. I don't give a fuck. I don't care how other people think or what they think about what has happened. I know who I am, and I know that I will prevail, and the years stack, and the years will continue to stack, and everything negative that ever happens in life is nothing but a catalyst for endless motivation. When something serious happens in life, this is where we will lock in on our success even more seriously. This is where we become hyper predatory with the way we navigate our success. This is where we no longer smile at things that would this is where we no longer have a smiley face towards our mistakes. This is where we truly become the individual to say, you know what, that wasn't funny at all. I need to lock in. This isn't a fucking game. This is my life, right? And so we have to truly become the individual to lose the gimmick, to lose the mask, right? Because the smile is just, it's the mask, and you want to tear that off. And you don't want to wear a mask your entire fucking life and pretend everything's okay when you're in fucking shambles. You want to be able to express yourself to the most authentic degree. You want to be able to see through the bullshit. You want to be able to love yourself to the point where you can overcome the bullshit. And so every time you go through something in life which is truly dark in its matter, well, you have to become the light. And it's in the becoming of the light which will differentiate you from the masses, from the mediocrity, from the mediocre. And it's truly about navigating space and time in a diligent and effective manner, and to intelligently navigate yourself to the higher outcome, even when you feel like all hope is lost. Because time is always moving forward, and if you're not moving forward with time, well, shit is definitely gonna get fucking worse. But if you can move forward with time, well, things will get better. So align with time by aligning with your best interest, and watch as things begin to change. Don't seek change if you don't want to change, because you will 100% remain the same. And don't get mad at life when you don't change, because you said you want to change and now you had the desire for change, but change never came because you were too busy fiddling your fucking thumbs and playing with your fucking nuts. So it's very easy to sit here and deceive yourself, but the productivity doesn't lie. And the only thing which grounds your vision to reality is the work you fucking put in. So when you say you're gonna do this and you say you're gonna do that, but you're not doing any fucking work, well, you got some delusional psychosis going on. Because last time I checked, the work is what the fuck validates my character, and the only thing that validates me is the shit that I fucking overcome at the highest level. I overcome all shit that is going to lower my frequency into a frequency I don't deserve to exist in, because I know my worth as an individual, and my worth is infinite because I love myself. And so if you guys don't truly understand what that means, well, you have a fucking issue, and it's time to look in the mirror. How the fuck can you disagree with this message? Peace.